don't expect anything more from this title team.
I mean, yeah, he might not feed as much as last game, but his impact is probably going to be minimal.
All right then, gentlemen, I appreciate the thoughts, but I want to hear one last thought, and it's going to come from Purge with the last word.
Winning Grand Finals is a really tough task at TI, and it's also because you have to change your strategy partway through the Grand Finals as the heroes you get comfortable with get banned out. Liquid has been really doing a great job with TA. It's a hero that they haven't picked a huge amount in the past, at least recently, but during the last stages of this tournament, it's been really effective. But in last game, OG showed that they had a great counter with Ember Spirit, having Tiny on support, and other things like that made things really effective. And now OG gets to go back to their regular comfort heroes. They've got Enchantress, they've got the Tiny Void combo. Having Grimstroke as the support for Pugna or for No-Tail hasn't really been contested, but still accomplishes what they need. And on the other side, Liquid grabbing Jug, that should give them a strong laning stage and the ability to kill Enchantress because they can do lots of magic damage. On top of that, they still get Rubik, they still get Tide, and they have the TA, so they can fall back on it. But we'll see if they can still win with the TA either way, despite the enemy picks. With that said, let's throw it over to the casters for game number 3.
Thanks, Purge. Game 3 ready to go between OG and Liquid. Series stands 1-1 at the moment. We're seeing some similarities in the drafts as well as, of course, some little changes and alterations, but still the biggest thing I want to talk about, Bob, is Liquid. They're believing in some of the heroes that really did struggle last game. They're sticking with like these Tide Hunters, these TAs. Do you like that, or does that sort of maybe scare you a bit in the sense that Liquid running out of options?
I would be a little scared, right? Like, you have to look at this, and they've literally picked Templar Assassin in all the games. And OG, they have to know this is coming. They have heroes that they've been preparing for it, preparing versus as well. And we saw it, how hard they were able to play last game and how fast that pace they were trying to set. That's the one thing that I saw Liquid, they do back away from this game though, right? They didn't go for all greed. They have a Juggernaut who can fight early. They have the Ogre Magi who's a stronger 5 position. And then they have this Rubik that can also make plays around the map. GH, he tried his heart out in the last game as an Enigma, but it is an Enigma. So you're gonna be slower paced because you have to play around your cooldowns. So at least they've addressed that a little bit here on the side of Liquid, but you still do have to be a concern for sure, Seb.
Go for a bit of a poke on him, but OG, they have the numbers. They're just going to turn around, looks at body blocker. Miracle holding onto the Blade Fury for now, and now Possum Pip just before the toss comes into play. And we'll get him back underneath the tower, but overall definitely some things for Liquid to be scared about in the draft. You saw as well, they had to kind of pick their poison right. They had the TA, well, are we gonna lane against a Monkey King from Thompson or a Pugna? They opt for the Monkey King ban, but does mean that the Thompson Pugna will be there to cause some havoc with the TA in the mid lane. That decrepifying the laning stage each wave is not going to be fun for WeHard to deal with.
No, it allows you to secure pretty much almost not all the range creep denies, but you get a lot of those range creep. Ana will be able to get himself that good.
I'm going to try and abuse the fact that he hasn't got that time wall for quite a long time. In 15 seconds,
he'll be fine.
He's able
a lot
to
of
get
pressure.
back.
Yeah, takes a lot of damage, but No-Tail, same build as last game. He has the Clarities as well as, or the Tangos as well as the Sub. He will sub that up, and there's 2 bounties left.
There is, Liquid will be able to claim theirs up top, but you will imagine that that bottom one will eventually be picked up by OG, so overall getting the 3 of the 4 to start this game off with.
See how these mid creeps, Thompson will be able to get the 1-for-1, so he gets that range creep deny as well as securing his range creep. And as well gonna get maybe another 2 denies as well. Oh my god, 3 denies on the first wave there, and he's breaking Luther, of course.
Definitely gonna be a lane where we are gonna have to keep our eyes on, as we could seriously see Thompson break ahead significantly of the CS of WeHard's team.
And a very interesting starting item. I don't think I've ever seen that. It's a crown.
I like it.
Mid lane, right?
Was sort of built towards eventually getting what, a Rod of Atos, do you think?
Veil?
No, Veil, right.
I think Veil is really nice because it gives you that armor that you're lacking as a Pugna when you're playing versus TA.
Yeah, very nice. What were your teammates?
Yep.
The Tiny, the Grimstrokes, a lot of magical to offer when you start making those moves that we know that OG's going to want to do after seeing how they played in Game 2.
I mean, it works well with like everybody except for the Enchantress, right? Even Void, your time lock is magical. Sure, that's a very slight, but every little type of application.
He's going to have levels in it, so it's going to hurt.
Yeah. Thompson just waiting to try to get all these range. 5 and 6, the 2-1 of WeHard right now.
It's just, I mean, it's with bottom lane.
Kuroko is tanking the tank.
Should be fine. Just doing his job here, trying to make sure that the pressure isn't applied to Miracle.
Yep. I'm mostly going to be looking at mid, just because I'll be keeping tabs of those range creep denies for us. As the side lanes will be able to get a decent amount of farm on both of those carries on Liquid and OG. But this is the more important thing is that Mind Control is not getting super shut down in this one up top. Unlike the last game where it was just chain deaths for him. From the start of the lane, from pretty much level 1, he died back to back to back.
And we'll see Weehaw be able to get the 2-minute rune. Not really one that's going to help him in the lane though, just an invis. Yep. Not the DD or the illusion that could have maybe helped him get a bit of a catch-up in this matchup. As Thompson just continuing to keep the edge as this hero matchup is very, very painful to play in the lane for the TA.
Yeah, we just have to be careful how he even controls his side blades. Because he just keeps getting all these denies built up onto him there. He'll secure himself one of those range streams now, but yeah, 8 denies on the Pugna. But bottom we see Sab, he's not able to get the most down here, but he's still putting pressure on. He's got 7 last hits, but look how low he's got Miracle. Actually forcing the salve, and Kuroki has no regen left either. So no regen on either of them. We see also, he's gone for the point in the enchant this game. In the laning phase, because you're playing versus Bloodlust, you can be able to dispel that one quite easily, and if he gets an option, he'll use some regen.
I mean, in this lane, is there a chance that Seb can get caught out by a Blade Fury play, or most of the time will Seb just have the heals to stay alive?
He should have more than enough health and more than enough healing. Like the Blade Fury, it's a decent amount of damage to give enough stuns, but it's just 1 stun from the Fire Blast, which means he's going to be able to get his heal and a Fairy Fire off. So once that heal kicks in, the spin's not enough damage.
Seeing top lane, and able to match the free farm of Miracle down bottom. Both carries getting a good start in their safe lanes.
A couple more denies on Ana. He's already actually used an early courier too. I think Thompson made the call. He's like, I don't really need the courier too early on, and you guys could have bring you some regen top, and they did. They brought Tangos and Clarities, and we will see. Combine will picked up. He's going straight for that Veil on the Pugna. I mean, it's going to be crazy early how he gets it, because he started with his crown. Very cool approach here coming out from Thompson. And look how tanky he is too. 9 armor, when he's next to his tower, he's sitting at 12. So that harassment from Weehaw will not be as significant.
Seeing Weehaw trying is sort of the best approach he can against the Pugna. Every time the Decrepify is being used to try and closes the gap and gets on top of Thompson, forcing Thompson to sort of stray a little bit back from the creeps. Pressure down on top. Looking for GH, look at those bashes. Stroke won't hit, so GH will be fine to walk off. Mind Control turning and beating down onto No-Tail. In return, it's No-Tail well allowed to keep his distance. We'll be able to do so. Mind Control, of course, getting good farm up top.
Breaks this out with the gush there.
Mid lane though, it's been caught out by a bit of a move from Jerax. He's trying to switch the Mango in to go for a Mango refraction play, but that 6 seconds far too long. Jerax setting up for Thompson in mid and making sure that mid lane continues to be a nasty place for the Weehaw TA to be.
Bounty Rune's going to be spawning as well. Jerax going to try to at least claim 1 for his team here. We'll be able to get 1, Miracle will be able to get the other one as top.
And Mind Control's able to get behind the tower and get No-Tail.
Yep.
Push them away, GH.
Oh, he kills it.
He knows that Ana's got the time warp. Doesn't want to let Ana have the chance of going for it. Doesn't mean that Ana has the time for to try and turn and chase towards GH. Another gush from Mind Control will be there though. Slows Ana down and GH will be able to walk out alive.
This is where Jerax now. This is a really important play here. If he can get this set up and kill Weehaw in the mid lane, Weehaw's actually already getting turned with the Veil. Is it enough? Ooh, he's very close. Jerax is already running over.
Weehaw.
He just used the TP to come back mid.
He's going for the walk back.
Jerax knows. There's no shrine available top either. It was used already by the side of Liquid.
He's just going to try and get a little bit out of the jungle whilst he has the mana to play around with Refraction and Meld.
There's a glyph available. Thompson and Jerax are set up. There's a glyph and it's a 5-minute siege wave. So Thompson, he's going to look to just take this mid tower here. GH showing up to try to pull the creep aggro. We'll only get the 1 creep aggro though for now. For this tower, they will be forced to pop lift
They can turn towards GH. Jerax is down at high ground. Fails to be out onto GH. Avalanche and Jerax is trying to close the gap to Decrepify into the life drain. He just gets slowly drained down and out. He'll turn with the stick charge and a Fate Bolt. But GH's fate is sealed. Thompson.
Jerax is still in the area. He has a toss back. He has a dust too, so he's waiting.
Yeah.
Thought maybe he melded there.
Keeping Weehaw away from the lane, away from any chance of finding farm.
I love this, going for this Veil build on Thompson. It's super clever being able to get it so early on. It's just applying so much extra pressure that you normally would not be able to do as a Pugna.
See, but still Jerax just
toyed with him.
Stopping Weehaw from getting close. It's going to take a bit of damage. We'll toss Weehaw back into the Ancients. Avalanche as well with the Black Dragons beating down on Weehaw. Jax is able to trade a good bit of damage.
Might go down here though. GH is walking over, but in the meantime, Hana, no tail up top. Or Mike and
Jax is going to go for the TP in that spot. They do not see him. Telekinesis was still unavailable, so they wouldn't have been able to catch him anyway. OG, this mid lane tier 1 tower, they're pushing it down. Thompson's able to play such a fast pace. This partner versus TA matchup that he loves bottom.
Oh my goodness. The neutral creeps actually turned onto him while he was getting impetus. He almost died farming that hard camp.
Well, Thompson, he's dragged under the tower, pops a loser spray out, and TP's out of there. Continuing to toy with Liquid, drawing the attention of 4 members of Liquid towards that mid lane. They don't get him. He's out to safety.
And now Miracle, who's been having a pretty decent time in that bottom lane, 40 and 6. Enchantress has hit 6. We know what happens when Enchantress hits 6. You get forced out of lane. It's exactly what's happened now to Miracle. And he's pushed to the jungle for the time being. He's going to farm maybe under the tower here. Miracle camping here. He's pinging it out. He wants someone to rotate because he has the Omni.
Feeling that could be a chance to find some action mid lane. To grab 5 setups there, Jax is prepared for the dust. Sweetheart cannot hide in the shadows. They see him every time and the tower goes down. 8 minutes in, top lane mind control, getting bashed up by Anna and Notel. Should have another time walk available in a second. Sem running himself away from Kura again into the trees, gets the heal up with the Omni Slash from Miracle. Will secure the kill down bottom. At the same time up top they find eventually mind control's tied as they continue the chase, an offlaner for an offlaner.
They're spamming the taunts because Miracle, he really wanted to hold on to Omni Slash there. He tried to just get the kill with the spin, but it was not enough damage. They're forced to actually throw the Omni Slash to bring down Seb.
And Thompson is just able to pull so much attention towards this mid lane now.
Yeah.
He's feeling strong and confident with the brown boots, windlace and veil. He can run around and just be such a nuisance.
And the draft panel mentioned how hard of a Tide Hunter game it was going to be. He controlled a decent start, but now he is completely shut down as mid.
Get the Inkswell stun onto We Are. GH is there to help out. Another blast. Mind control heading over. He's only level 4 on the Tide at this point.
I think they thought he was higher level than that. Noto throws the silence on him, but it's only level 4 Tide.
And they're going to live train him down. Slows there with a stroke of fate. We'll be able to crack each other off. But Jax with pixel perfect body blocking there. Well, I say that. Miracle's going to come over the blade here. They punish Jax for it. They do lose mind control. Support for an off lane. And you're just seeing Liquid, they're having to bring the whole team to mid lane to deal with the shenanigans of this partner.
And immediately Miracle is now going to start getting pressured again. He's even going to dig in front. He just dug in front of him. They're having way too much
He's
on
feeling it, Thompson.
They have on a free farming top, right? This is a treads into Midas Void, who has pushed the Tide Hunter completely out of lane. And like we said, mind control. He's 1 in 3
The
this game
Phantom
again.
Embrace, and it's such a nasty combo. Decrepify, Phantom Embrace. There is no counter.
There is no counter.
There is no counter.
Well, until later. Then maybe we'll think it BKB. Yeah.
Oh.
Thompson.
Hey, they may
Get alone.
have overlooked too far this time. They're surrounded. Thompson will fall finally. They're able to get that spooky little skeleton boy out of their half of the map.
But look
Get him off.
Look at where it's happening. He forces everybody to go from there, and that just solidifies OG to get 4 bounty runs. It hurts because they lose their core, but in a net worth advantage, that actually favors OG.
Oh, it's a 4K lead at 10 minutes in for OG.
And we talked about Midas's. Midas Void coming out soon. Midas Enchantress is already finished, and they're just looking around to keep the pressure going. Mind control, 1 in 3 in the game again, and the champ is not going to get easier.
He's got an
on this
inventory.
Tide
He TP's up top. He's going to look for the set of the toss back. Mind control still has not got that 6 in the round, but GH has got his own level 6. Jax is going to look to set one of them instead. They'll throw back into the chrono, catching the sword of OG. They just can't help themselves. They can't stop making plays.
You can just tell how much fun they're having in the game. Spamming the chat wheel, spamming the losers, running around making kills happen, and not stopping. Again, Thompson is what we saw them doing in the last game too, just looking around, running around. Where's Weeha is the question. That's who they want, and they know he's just going to back up in jungle. This is getting pretty out of control already, a 5K advantage. And they're finding Miracle. Thompson is going to get stunned up.
Miracle, he's got the blade during the Omni Slash to play around with. Soulbine's going to lock the two of them down together as No-Tail's looking to turn, moves in with the Ignite, silence the the Ravage comes out, but they've already lost the 2 of them. They're getting No-Tail in response. But now OG, they can turn and collapse onto mind control, surrounding the Tide. Jax and Thompson said they're not going to stop chasing this. A trap slow will come out. It doesn't matter. Thompson, another decrepify blast, secures in the triple kill.
He's going for another.
They're not done yet. OGGH. He's got the stolen Inkswell. They'll keep their distance. Jax closes the gap. GH is enchanted. Take it out. Ultra kill for Thompson. 11 minutes in. There is nothing that can Stop this man!
This is just getting so out of. It just, look at the net worths. They almost have 4 of the 5 top net worths in the game. Miracle has no place to go in the game. He's running around trying to salvage the problems that are happening absolutely everywhere in the game because he's level 7 is junk. But look at this hero damage. It's 12 minutes in and he has 10,000 hero damage.
Absolutely. You know, this is just numbers that are unheard of this early on in the game. The Thompson Pugner, I mean, they took their chances, as we said in the draft.
Pick your poison.
But ban the Monkey King. The Thompson Pugner was always going to be left in. They've got to kill him. They've got to do something about it. They're surround him. They've got the Blade Fury. They have got the stun. Thompson falling low. Put the stick charge. Tries to stab with the light trap, but they kill him off. Big kill here for Liquid. Can they get more? The rest of OG have turned up. The focus down Miracle. Anna, he's coming in with the wraparound, and Anna, he's nearly got the Chronosphere back online. Liquid have to be a little careful how they approach this. Jarek's forcing Weehaw away from the rest of his team. Miracle, he's trying to run. Chrono's going to be back up in 5 seconds. Quick tread switch and a time walk forward from Anna allows him to close the gap. If he wants to pop the Chrono for this, he will the 3 heroes. He's thinking about it. The Shrine has been used. They're healing up. Anna's trying to find the perfect angle. No just coming in with the wraparound. Mike controls back in. No Ravage though. Toss over, keeping them bunched together. Anna, he's still trying to see if he can find that perfect opportunity. He may not even need it. The Phantom Embrace. It's on mind control. The output of the damage from Seb's impetus is too much for mind control to withstand. There's the catch. Again, Miracle separated. He's shut down. Silenced up. He did get the Blade Fury off, but the soul mind control with the impetus is far too much for him to deal with. As OG.
Oh my god, they just keep looking for more.
They're just giving us the repeat of game 2.
In the same exact area, at the same exact time too. It's like 12 minutes in. 10 heroes gathered around the Ancients areas. Weehaw's like, okay, well, I can't really fight this. I have to find my own time. Weehaw's actually going to go for a Blink Dagger to try to match and be able to fight and be able to respond to OG's aggression.
Look at the drag. Onto Jarek with that telekinesis, but again, OG, they just have the numbers here. Liquid are not ready to take these fights.
This is just an absolute dismantling coming up from OG. They're not giving them any room at all. And it's not this time like they have all these long duration ultimates. They're just punishing them for everything. The Jug Pick, he's not really farming at all. Weehaw either.
Delay. He nearly dies immediately to the combo.
Jarek
To the control on Thompson. Again, the straight with a 4 arrow, but Jarek takes him out. Mind control, pops the Ravage. Have they got the damage to finish these two? Thompson's still alive. He's able to back off, but now again, the rest of OG's turned up. Seb's in the neighborhood. Toss over for Jarek. Guro and GHP focus. The X-Swell on Jarek. Does it hit Guro? It doesn't matter. No tail. Has the stroke of fate, and it's enough alone. As it's now a 10k lead, 3 dead on Liquid, so again, OG will be able to reset, get those bounty rings if they want. They may just keep the pressure on Anna. Down bottom, he's trying to go head-to-head with Weehaw. That's the one bash.
There's more support coming in though. Jarex as well as No Teller in the area. Weehaw will get spooked and push back.
And look at that, just
it's a 10,000 gold lead. The experience is even 10,000. What are these? Look at these hero levels. A Thompson 13, 7, 12, Weehaw's 11, but then look at this, it's all of OG at the top of the board there with the levels, with the gold, with everything. So far in this game, they are just dictating the pace and giving no room to Liquid. All the moves are on their side of the map. Liquid, even if they do get some kills, it's all the way pushed back on their side already.
And you really just have to admire this sort of domination. This isn't some sort of slow-paced farming beatdown. It's not this 5-man push. It's just the want to fight, the coordination from OG, the team play, and the lineup that they have is working so beautifully against Liquid in Game 3, just as it did in Game 2. And it's leaving Liquid no chance to really turn things around. He's got the Blink Dagger. But going for that blink first means that he doesn't have sort of that damage output. The fight is being forced to him. And with the blink, if he turns and hits, he's not going to hit hard enough.
I think he's trying to, just like I was saying before, he's trying to make up for the fact that they have nobody else who can really match this fighting pace of OG, but it's a TA into a tough draft that he's against. They expect this Templar Assassin to be coming out, and they've been countering it time and time again. And all these heroes just deal with it incredibly well.
I mean, sorry, who do you go on as this tier? There's an Untouchable Enchantress. There's a Pugner with Decrepify. There's a Void with Time Walk. There's Phantom Embraces. They just have all the answers, OG.
And OG's, look, Ana is pushing bottom by himself, while in the mid lane, they're taking that tower as well. Weehaw is jungling the enemy jungle. This has gotten completely out of hand. OG just It looks like they have Liquid's notebook and they're just looking through. They're like, oh, this is where they're going to be next. This is what they're going to do next. They just have a perfect read of what Liquid's trying to do in the game.
And Dagger and Thompson now on top of her. Of course, there's already very stacked item build of Veil and Ether Lens.
They might just
17 minutes in.
Thompson's just going to start poking high ground. He's got an Arcane Rune with his Nether Blast. He's got the Aether Lens, yeah, like you said. And yeah, tier 3 is going to start getting poked 17 minutes. We are nearly approaching a 1,000 gold per bit lead to the side of OG with this type of draft.
I mean, Liquid, they're going to try their best to push this away. OG, they have Chronosphere.
Liquid's wrapping around. They've got a smoke. They've got the Ravage.
Is under attack.
And they catch OG here. Jerax is the one standing up toward the front lines, waiting to see if something does happen. Tower's already dead. They're already working on their axes.
And if Liquid's gonna make a move, they're gonna make it soon, but they're not gonna get the chance to. Jerax jumps in on top of mind control. Phantom Embrace upon him. No chance for a Ravage, but he's back immediately.
They know the only way that they can get caught is if it's from a wraparound. Jerax just waiting there in position. They even have an Ops. They even put down a sentry to take out Liquid's vision too. Liquid has no vision of these backlines now.
And they're taking the racks. 18 minutes in.
My God. This is unbelievable.
2 games in a row. But OG is just giving us the showcase of their lifetime.
It's been like 6 or 7 minutes since Liquid has been able to even find a kill. It's been GH just out of it. GH has been the one getting them, but it's not even these big ones because, like we said, they can't even get aggressive onto the map at all. As Sav just continues to stand in the base. He's a bit far forward here.
But we get the multicast. Anna's going to come in with a backup. They grab the one, Cupid steps in. The pop there for Ravage. They're trying to get on top of at least someone. They'll find Notel. Anna's surrounded. He's still out. He gets the 3 of them. Thompson's able to tell with a light jet. Miracle. Mike Thompson's back into the corner, making it a beautiful fallback. Double kill for Thompson. He'll start to run them down one by one, pushing Liquid back towards the fountain. Mind control. It's a dieback effectively. No buyback available. Still on cooldown for 6 minutes.
They're just playing on a totally another level right now. The way they're taking the fights, even the little things. The Omni Slash comes out on the Enchantress. Ana jumps in and tanks it, and then pulls the Omni Slash into his team. So that Miracle gets put in a really awkward position, gets caught in the chrono, and like you said too, the toss into the chrono. I've seen them do this like 4 times in the last game, or in this last game already. And Thompson just continuing to reign supreme in the game, constantly looking for these aggressive plays.
Ooh, quick blink out from Weeheart. I mean that he won't die this time. But can they come back in this game? Liquid down 15k net worth, down a full set of racks before the 20-minute mark. 25-8 in favor of OG.
16,000 gold lead. They're going to get themselves at least 3 bounties, over 10,000 experience lead, and that Dota Plus does say the 99% right now. So only a 1% right now for Liquid is that feels more than buzz.
Due to the play off in time, Hannah.
They actually get
it down. Weeheart's able to get in with a blink mail. Can they get more out of this Notel? Will pick up the rune, has Thompson by his side, but Liquid they're chasing. They're looking to move on to the high ground, turn around there. Jarek's still with the combo, the healing wall is not enough to keep Miracle alive. Miracle's dead for over a minute as OG. They can now go back to chasing for more. GH trying for the TP out. Seth finds him, doesn't get enough damage in time. GH will escape. Decrepifies there. Liquid, they do get in, take down a second as they'll find Notel with the toss back. Avalanche for Jarek, catches the 2 of them. He's got the embers, they don't have detection. Got AoE.
Soon with the refraction.
We'll let him be. He's going to be able to blink, or is he? He's not going to be able to blink. He's not going to be able to blink. Thompson.
The ward is down. He popped the fraction. He gets hit by the damage. He can't actually blink. Gets put back on the cooldown immediately. My God, these fights. I mean,
look at the time. Thompson's 17-2 and 7.
17-2 and 7.
He's making this look like the easiest game of his life. He really is.
Yeah, he really is. It's hard to even like point out all the other things, like how well Jerax is playing his ball in this game. Just always being in the right place, getting these incredible toss combos. Because Thompson, like you said, has 17 kills at the 21-minute mark.
He's involved in 24 of the 28. Thompson, he really is. He's the mid that everybody wants on their team. This is the pinnacle of the Dota 2 mid player.
Especially for the carry player. Any carry looks at this and like, wow, I wish my mid player would go around killing everybody every 5 seconds. It's looking pretty out of control here as it's a 19,000 gold lead, and they just keep this aggression. Liquid just can't even get their lanes pushed out in this game.
Radiant's top tower is under
All
attack.
stacked up outside the base. OG keeping them trapped inside of there. They have everything ready. They have all their tools available to fight.
We've got a run of ATOS on set now as well. Mind control, find the jumper with the Ravage. Re-hearted as well. Do they have the damage out? Can they do? They kill on Thompson. There's a lot of money going away for Kuroki though. Can they get more out of this? Omni Stash bouncing around Jared. A buyback comes out for Thompson. He wants to rejoin the fight. As OG turns, they'll get one. There's the setup again. For the 3-man chrono catches them all. Double kill for Anna. The top's up disable. Taking down Miracle. The Bandit embraces on Kuro. Chase him up to the base. Triple kill for Anna. 2 buybacks to come out from Liquid. But no Tide or Juggernaut available to offer their services for this defense.
And they've already used everything. The Tidehunter Ravage, Jug Omni. I actually think Mind Control may have sold some of his items just to be able to purchase that Blink Dagger for the fight. And even then, they can't even come close to coming out ahead of it.
I mean, they got Thompson.
They got him, but he's back.
That was it. They'll get another jump in. Mind Control trying to commit. Jarrett's returns with the toss avalanche combo. Mind Control out of the game once more. We are trying to jump in, find at least Thompson, but he's not going to get it. OG surround him, outnumbered. They'll toss up, so back to the grave. GH is dead. GG is called. OG take game 3, and dare I say it's even in a more devastating fashion than game 2. It didn't look like it could get any worse for Liquid after that second game, but I think it just did.
I think they have to find a different type of draft. I don't think the Tidehunter plus the Templar Assassin can